Hi! This is a bit of an unstructured episode of the Red Panda Keegan Show, a worldwide show where I say things with my mouth. There's not much of a point to this video, I just wanted to talk about stealing on TikTok, so feel free to shut up. Now, what do I mean by stealing on TikTok? Well, I'm not talking about those trends that pretty much have the same premise or punchline. Those are just memes. Or by using the same audio, nor am I talking about dance trends. Oh god, please no. Those are arguably not stealing, and I don't find any issues with those. Preferably, the original creators get most of the credit, but whatever. No, what I'm talking about is blatant copying and/or, well, theft. This could be doing a shot-for-shot replica of someone else's video, such as the somewhat recent New Made situation, which was hilarious to watch, by the way. Using someone else's content as a part of one's own, or simply just re-uploading someone else's work. I think the most common form of stealing is pretty much just recreating someone else's video. This could include stealing an entire video setup, punchline, story, or premise as a whole. This is, I think, undeniably disingenuous and an insult to the original creator, no matter how insignificant of a discussion could be made. Of course, this is only a very petty form of stealing, as one might be able to infer, as it's mostly solely the wits and expressions of the original creator being stolen, unless it's a shot-for-shot replica, in which case, that could be argued as stealing an entire creation, or, on a more serious level, intellectual property. This is a pretty common form of stealing on the app, so I am always careful to make sure it's the original video I am watching. Sometimes, you can just check the original sound at the bottom right. I hope I don't need to explain to you why this is a morally reprehensible thing to do, so I just won't. However, if you do disagree with me, then please let me know why. Maybe an argument really could be made. The second instance I brought up is a bit of an umbrella term that I'd usually see when people screen record or screenshot different videos or media and adding barely anything to it. Something I like to call YouTube reaction channel syndrome. And if you've been on YouTube for the past few years, you probably know why I call it that. These videos barely add anything, if anything at all, and 9 times out of 10, never give any credit or even indication as to where the source material came from. Some creators get very popular off of this, which is disappointing, but ultimately I think it's not as bad as the previous instance of stealing I talked about. I generally find there to be 2 types of TikTok creators that fall under this category. The reaction YouTuber category, where nothing happens. They just sit next to a picture or video, and the other category is the Reddit reaction category, where a creator actually adds some personality to the memes they find, probably on Reddit. These people can sometimes deserve the fame so long as they add enough of their own quality to the video and aren't just simply reading off something on the screen. As I said earlier, this category of stealing I consider to be an umbrella category, as there are many different ways this could be done. No matter the circumstance, I see most of these on the same playing field. Moreover, a lot of people who watch these videos don't seem to really understand why this could be a pain in the neck for the original creators, which really sucks, but what can we really do about it? Would I think it'd be better for the creators to always make an effort to send their audience in the direction of the source? Absolutely. But I think that will never truly happen. Now, just because I believe that to be the case, I do still think it's an issue, if not only a small one. The last instance of TikTok stealing I mentioned was blatant re-uploading. Now hold on! I was reminded of a subcategory of this type of stealing. The people who will take a clip of something and just add a text that just mentions something that happens in the video, or is like, watch to the end. Those types of videos are really annoying because they take away the weight behind where the clip actually came from and get all of the attention. But on the bright side, at least they don't typically claim ownership of the video they show, which can't be said about the other types of accounts that do this type of stealing. That's right, I'm talking about the direct ripping off of someone else's content, usually YouTube videos. Even worse when they're broken into multiple parts for the extra interaction. This happens way too often on TikTok, and it's a serious issue. These people are actively harming the creator by taking all the attention and credit for the original creator's work, which is, without a doubt, a shitty thing to do. Why is that? Well, why don't I let my friend Macintosh HD say a few words on the matter.
Hello everyone. It's Macintosh HD here to talk about why stealing videos is no good. Now, the concept of stealing is already bad enough. As the Google definition of stealing states, taking another person's property without permission or legal right and without intending to return it. It is common nowadays to simply download or screen record any form of already existing media and post it on a social media platform without crediting the original creator. It is especially wrong if the person stealing the media is profiting off of it. Profiting from stolen, uncredited media is bad because that is profiting off of someone else's hard work. This practice can be and is applied to most social media platforms. This is why most content creators, including myself, put watermarks on their media so that way people can tell who the original creator is. Is there a way to stop content stealing? The best way to prevent this from occurring is to stop giving these videos views, stop watching them, stop interacting with them, and stop subbing to the content stealers. You're only giving them more attention and they can profit off of that. If you can't do that, then report the content to the platform. Then the content stealer can't make money off of the stolen content. Thank you for listening. Now back to Keegan.
Thanks, Mac! Man, I love not knowing what he just said until it comes time for me to actually produce this video. Sure is fun acting like I know what the hell he just said, when in reality I wrote the script way before he even gave me his segment. With that being said, why take my word for why stealing hurts creators instead of hearing about it from the creators themselves? I present to you content creators who have had their content stolen on TikTok.
TikTok is an interesting platform. Someone on it actually impersonated me and reposted one of my animations. He even added his own watermark that said Alfie Animations, but I don't get what he gained from doing that. He's not taking my content and claiming it as his own as a different person. He's just pretending to be me. And he even spelled my name wrong in the username. He said he spelled it Ali Animations. He also posted an edit of some YouTubers, which was kind of weird. And both of the videos got around like 500 views. But yeah, I guess the person kind of stopped impersonating me because he hasn't posted in a few months. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that topic. And TikTok likes to steal.
Hi, I'm Sparkz Animates, and I'm a YouTube Storytime animator. TikTok is a platform that is no stranger to theft from YouTube, and I am no exception to that. I've had my content stolen and reposted on TikTok, and it has gained a bit of traction. I think it's unfair how people can just download and repost my work and get all the praise for it while I'm left in the dark. And when people impersonate me, it makes me feel really uncomfortable and upset because they're acting like me and, saying things that I would never really say.
As a creator, I've had my fair share of content thieves, mainly back when I used to post TikToks. Part of it is that it's really easy to just screen record and re-upload something in order to claim it as your own, especially in this day and age. Even though in the TikTok intellectual property policy it states that any video you create belongs to you, not them, there still ends up being a lot of stolen content, as any TikTok user can attest to. And with drawings and animation, it's much easier to pass off as one's original work as opposed to, for example, a video that clearly features another person's face. There was one user that I had a particularly rough time with concerning content theft. At the time, they were a pretty large creator, even larger than I was, with around 350,000 followers or so. Their account was mainly comprised of drawing tutorials on Procreate and such. It all started when I was tagged in one of their posts by my followers, and it turned out to be basically just a re-upload of one of my videos. I didn't think much of it, because, who cares, until it kept happening and other people's artwork and videos were being stolen by this person without any credit whatsoever. I asked them to stop, but of course that didn't really help much because on the internet no one has a conscience, and they blocked me and probably kept doing it. There have, of course, been smaller incidents like this. For example, an old video of mine was unknowingly reposted on Instagram and got a fair amount of attention, and I'm sure there have been many that slipped under the radar, but at the end of the day, you can't really control what people do with your videos online, which may be frustrating, but it's true. Content theft is no joke, children. Don't be a criminal. Please. Alright, this was a blooper. I don't know, man. Being a lot of stolen contact. What is...
I am slowly dipping into insanity. So, yeah. Thanks to those content creators for being a part of this video. Their channels will be in the description and in the iCard at the top right. Anyway, there's one more thing I want to talk about before I end this video. Stop excusing these behaviors. Why do I have to say this? What's so hard to understand? Why can't people just understand that the original creators want credit for their own work? Why can't the original creators' fans help with that whenever they see someone blatantly stealing what is not theirs? God damn, some people have such thick skulls. The sheer abhorrence, cataclysmic asshattery radiating from these people who defend people who steal content is enough to make them considered a son. Friday night out with the boys, more like Friday night not vaccinating my fucking children because I'm a goddamn mess and I excuse people who devalue the hard work put into something that is rightfully not mine. Their skulls are thick and their brains are hollow. Some of you might be going, but who actually defends these people? Which, might I add, at least we know you have at least a tiny bit of human decency. At least we know that you have, at the very least, a somewhat functioning brain. But oh, I can assure you, people do defend them. And it seems like a majority of the TikTok platform too. I'd often see a clearly stolen video and be like, hey, wait a minute, this guy is less useful than osmium. So I go to the comments to see what people have to say. Oftentimes I'll see people blissfully unaware that what they had just watched was stolen, so it makes me probably unreasonably happy when I see people going around sharing the original video because they realize how much of a disgrace the person who stole it is. But then I always see people respond with, this is TikTok, it happens all the time, get over it. Shut the hell up! People who say that honestly make me drop all faith in humanity. They're steering the argument away from what it originally was and towards the fact, it happens a lot so it must be right, which is two logical fallacies in one. Because why only be half a moron when you can be the whole thing, right? Ryan brought up an interesting analogy that I'm going to interpret my own way. Saying that stealing is fine because it happens on TikTok all the time is like saying that murder should be legal because people do it all the time. Just because stealing content on TikTok is common doesn't mean it should happen. You should always credit the original creators, or just, not steal their work? What a concept, right? Instead of just taking someone else's work and posting it on your own platform, how about you just shout the person out instead of stealing their credit? That might be a hot take, but I think it would be so much better if you just said that the creator is cool, tag them so people can find them, and, if necessary, posted a preview of their work to get people engaged. Please, stop stealing content. Goodbye. That was a shorter video than I thought it would be. You know what else is short? The time it takes for you to subscribe. Please subscribe, existence is pain, and the deviant baby only makes it worse, so if you subscribe to it and make things ever so slightly less painful, please, it's so easy.